Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives is speeding up to the end of Abe's ordeal with an unexpected twist or two, while also preparing viewers for some possibly terrible baby drama. With some solid character beats and some unexpected combinations, this week left me feeling fairly good. Daddy disaster bratty Rachel gets a thumbs down from me simply for fun. Rachel, on the other hand, making Brady's life miserable and calling the cops on him, gets 2 thumbs up. Dumb Brady is always more entertaining than dark Brady. I'm sorry, Brady, but you already know you're not always the sharpest tool in the Salem shed. Kristen's threats and aggression are far more welcome than his moping. And say what you will about Rachel, but she witnessed her father pointing a gun at her mother. That must have been traumatic and frightening. Good for her for calling 911 for assistance. I've seen a lot of folks complain about how badly Kristen has ruined her, but as others have pointed out, Kristen has been gone for a significant portion of Rachel's life. Brady has done the majority of the raising, thus he may not be the best father. He threatened Kristen in front of his child, and then tried to gaslight her in front of Jada. I don't have a weapon. I don't own a gun. When he arrived home, he stashed it in that drawer. Rachel, you go. Speak your mind. Brady, on the other hand, afterwards felt guilty about it and chose to confess. I, for one, hope he continues down the dark Brady route and slips into the mire with Kristen as he attempts to get rid of her. But perhaps John and Marlena should take over at this point, so long as Marlena and Satan don't fall for the 3rd time around. And speaking of which, actually, I don't dislike it. When Days of Our Lives revealed that the Mardeville narrative was returning to torment us with Whitley, my immediate response was, no, never again. Lord, please preserve us. But then I sat with it and thought about it for a while, and it's not a horrible twist. At least Whitley's illogical idea to keep a drugged-up Abe alive forever doesn't rely only on her being insane. The devil was loose for a while, and while we may never get past vague, this happened years ago references, it did happen, and there are consequences. Good on Satan for planning ahead of time and employing Mardeville to screw with Whitley's mind. And while I'm still not thrilled with how dragged out this has been, I do believe Whitley has moved more into pitiably delusional area than infuriatingly ridiculous territory. While things don't appear to be going well for Lunny, Sold predicts that she'll be saved just in time, sending the good men knocking on Whitley's door, or, by then, wherever Whitley is. This should be completed by next week, I believe. And now that that's done, I'm expecting for a battle for control of Salem between a healing Abe and his deputy acting mayor, who refuses to relinquish the power he's clung to. That'll be a welcome departure from the psychos the Price Carvers have been dealing with lately, and it'll keep Abe and Paulina's tale moving forward. No way, baby. I'm sorry, but I can't get behind Sloane's turn to baby crazy, and I'm having trouble believing she's pregnant now. But I would agree that having both her and Nicole pregnant at the same time, potentially both with Eric's child, might result in a lovely bruising mess. Who would Eric pick if they were both carrying his child? How would they avoid killing each other if they were compelled to raise siblings with Eric? This may be entertaining, but I also see a route out of this that could result in Sloane returning to being more of a solo act, because the show may pull a surprise and have Sloane lose her baby instead of Nicole. And now that they've shown Sloane's willingness to go to tremendous measures to bind Eric to her with a child, they've also opened the door to another terrifying option. If Sloane loses the baby, she might take Nicole and EJ/Eric's and claim their child died. We've been informed over and over how dangerous this is and how much Nicole fears losing the child. On the one hand, it would be the ideal cover, but on the other, we're back in Sydney/Grace territory here. And mopey Eric until Nicole's baby turns out to be his, and he may keep the tote as a consolation prize. Treasured moments. This week, I was feeling some of the character nuances. Nicole and EJ were adorable this week as they discussed the baby's sex and each tried to avoid saying something inappropriate before the other person. There was also Johnny. He'd almost probably returned to Channel, and his run-in with Talia was long overdue. He snarled at her, but let her go with a warning, while making it apparent that he adored Channel. Furthermore, he and Rafe are usually a good use of history. So he was the ideal person to fill Rafe in on all of Nicole's goings-on. It was unexpected that he was unaware of her pregnancy, but it makes sense because everyone in town isn't continually chattering about one other. The unusual couples. First and foremost, I continue to like Xander and Chloe, which I discuss further here. Their banter is amusing, and the show is becoming a little spissy as a result. Do they have long-term prospects? I'm not sure what the show's strategy is for Sarah, but she's been in and out of Salem for years now, and unless she stays for good at some point, she and Xander won't be able to work. This opens the door for Xo to take over. Speaking of Chloe, does anyone remember the brief moment when she and Lay argued when Stefan initially reappeared? There was a spark there that I loved and felt could be entertaining, but I sensed the same spark between him and Melinda. I wasn't expecting that. I half expected her to interrupt her wine anecdote with a psych. I'd never open up to a freak like you. But she didn't, and Lee's reaction was charming. But then the recording situation occurred, and Lai bolted, leaving me a little disappointed. Then Melinda appeared to be upset about it, and I wondered what kind of possibility there may be. They warmed up to each other a little too quickly for my standards, but I'm still curious. But what if she and Lai get along? Then, shortly after Gabby departs, Stefan finds himself pulled to Melinda as well, and Lee and Stefan are back at odds over love. And getting involved with either of those individuals will only jeopardize her DA work, potentially leading to her dismissal and the need to find a new career path. I'm also intrigued about Dimitri's plans. Kristen has coerced her way into his riches, but I'm sure he's not just using Leo for that. If you're just trying to keep someone quiet with sex, you don't smile as he did after Leo walked out. He may have gone another option, such as paying off Leo. Dimitri, on the other hand, is attempting to have his cake and eat it as well. But how long can he do this? Excuse the pun. Even if he makes it to the altar, there's no way he'll be able to stay married to Gwen long enough to get his money unless she's in on it, as well and willing to stick it out for a slice of the pie. Dimitri, are you a fox in the henhouse, EJ? Are you serious? What about a fox in a wolf's den? Gabby chastising Lee for embellishing his dating profile while putting a gun to his head made me laugh. So, is Alex now a hot Kramer? Is Stephanie Seinfeld acquiescing to his weird butting in, despite the fact that no one in their right mind would just let it happen? We know Philip is returning, but Paulina slamming Rafe's detective skills and bringing up his disappearance was a wonderful little setup. We've been gradually building up to this since Kate died twice and the secret leaked beyond Victor, Kate, and Roman. Jada is the sole working cop on the SPD right now, and I truly hope she gets the commissioner post. Rafe, please accept my apologies. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.